Welcome to the Ola and Is podcast. Hope everybody's doing great. Coming into a year close. Is, what's good with you, man?
What's up, baby?
Chilling,
How you
chilling.
feeling, man?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Man, another year coming to an end, bro.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You sound sad about that, man.
Nah. Just taking it all in, man. It's the holidays.
You know, we were sitting down talking about some of the things, you know, that we encountered in 2023 that we just want to leave behind and, you know, roll into 2024 with some new energy. Not the whole new year, new me, but really
not that New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, not
that
the
we
New
don't
Year's
hold
resolutions, but really just leaving stuff behind in 2023. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, as always, you know, we do the Ola and Is thing. You know, we put together our list and everything.
Yeah.
So, anything you got before
Yeah,
we kick off?
actually, man, I want to start off. I was listening to something the other day, man, by Joyce Meyer.
Okay.
Right? I just caught her. I was scrolling through the TV, and I happened to come across, she was talking, right? And she said this. This is what hit me going in 2024. She was like, because you have the thought of doing something negative, right? Doesn't mean you have to do something negative.
Good.
Right? Like, you know, most people say, man, that's common sense.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
Think about it, bro. A lot of times you make that decision, right? You know you shouldn't do this decision. Or you're thinking like, should I, you know what? It ain't gonna hurt nobody. I'm gonna make this decision, right? And you make that decision. And then you like, dang. It could be an argument.
Yeah.
It could be something that, you know, you think, like, why did I do it?
Yeah.
You know, or raise your voice or just be aggressive or be unkind to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Walk by and you think, man, like, damn, I didn't have to be that way.
True.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, start off. But like you said, we got a list, man. We just,
Yeah.
for this podcast, before we get started, man, listen, man, y'all stop what y'all doing, man, please. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button,
Absolutely.
man. Listen, support the cause. You know, we appreciate everyone that watches it.
For sure.
Yeah, man, just, y'all, hey, man, love y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Go ahead.
before we roll into the list, actually, I like that point, you know, because I think that's a great one to leave behind in 2023 is acting on your emotions before you actually think as to whether or not that's something that you're going to look back on and say, I made a good decision. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're responsible for all our decisions. You know what I'm saying? We can't point at someone else and be like, that person made me do it.
Yeah.
That person made me feel this way and I did this.
Yeah.
You're responsible for your actions.
Bro,
And so,
100%. 100%, bro. You know, it's kind of like even this, bro. You know, I think a lot of, like, many of us have done it nonchalantly, is have a drink and then get in your car and go drive.
Yeah.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many of us just nonchalantly
Just
think
do it like
it's
it's
okay,
nothing. Yeah.
like it's nothing.
Right.
But then guess what, bro? Like, all it takes is an accident.
Yeah.
Somebody get hurt.
Yeah.
A car accident.
True.
And, you know, you think about it, bro, what happens then?
Yeah.
Man, they taking your blood.
Yeah.
You're doing a breathalyzer, bro.
Ruin
Like,
someone else's life, ruin your own
and
life.
bro, now you're going to prison. And I told, man, me and Ola was talking, bro, I know we be on the show, have a nice drink. I said, bro, we from here on out, we drinking water. We're not doing no more of that, man. Then, you know, one of us get it. Nah, man, we not doing that, bro. Because you know why? Think about it, right? You think about who, let's say something. You get in the car, you're driving, you take a drink, right?
Yeah.
You hit somebody, you get in the car accident, somebody's badly wounded, if not dies, right? Or something like that.
True.
And you go to prison for 10, 15 plus years, bro.
Yeah.
You got a great job, great family,
All
this
that's
and
gone.
that. All of that's gone for what?
Right.
And
Just for a
then you,
little
bro,
bit of
now
fun time.
who suffers?
Yeah.
You might. It's not you, bro.
people that
Things
you
to leave
affected.
behind in
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Man, listen, amongst other things, brother. Go ahead, man. We'll talk to you.
All right, so look, this one is I know it's a controversial one. This one came in. Shout out to, before we get in, Big L, rest in peace. You know, he had this, you know, famous track Ebonics, right? He talks about the colorful language of, you know, our black community and how, you know, we're very expressive and we, you know, use words and language to just really express ourselves.
Okay.
And so the one word or the phrase that I just want to kick out and leave in 2023 is it's giving. For some reason, it's giving.
What you mean?
So, yeah, exactly. Right? Ebonics should be a language that you could just relate to, especially if you're of the culture, you could just relate to it. When you hear it, boom, I know what it means. It's given to me is just an incomplete thought, right?
Yeah.
But it's a thought that's shared amongst many, mainly amongst women. You know, they're like, hey, it's giving what do you call it? Troll vibes, right?
Okay.
It's giving creep.
Right?
Right?
I see what you're
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
Like or they'd be like, "You're giving me."
You're
you know,
giving
like,
me.
yeah, you're giving me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what do you mean I'm giving you creep vibes? Like, what are you talking about? Because I'm trying. Nah, I have heard that like when I'm like on, especially on like social media or TV or something, you'll
Sure.
hear it, like you're giving me. I'm like, what? Like, how does that dude giving you or somebody say it to somebody? But nah, I got you.
Like it's giving me. For some reason, I don't know why that would just irks me a little bit. It's like I hear it's given. I'm just like, yo, like what's your thought? Like finish your thought.
Yeah.
Get to the point.
Explain what you mean.
Explain what you mean
Okay.
versus it's given.
So that's what you're saying. Well, that's one of the things in
That's one of the
2023 you
things.
leave behind.
Just kick back. Just leave that.
So
back.
you saying for yourself? Or you saying for
I'm
people
saying for
in general?
everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
everybody,
So
yeah.
we talking about things to leave in 2023.
For everybody.
I got you. I got you.
Everybody leave its giving. Like use your words, okay? Even if it's in the Ebonics, right? Say what you gotta say. Leave its giving back, man.
Man.
That's how I feel.
Especially if you can't explain what it's giving means. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't no doctor, if you're not how you know this? He suffers from these things. That's your own.
Right. It's
man.
giving mental illness. It's giving. Oh, here's a famous one. It's giving narcissism, right?
Oh my God, narcissist! I remember we did that time. Narcissist, bro. That's crazy one right there. All right, what else we got, bro?
All right, so here's one. Here's another one too. This is one of my favorites. To leave behind, and it's not feeling that you have to be tied to a specific political party just because of your demographic, right? Just because of whatever community you're with, you have to be a certain political party affiliate. And this one is huge because as we move into the next elections, right? Everyone's thinking, okay, do I just go set in my ways and follow the path? Look, if I'm from the black community, I go Democrat. If I'm from the elites, white community, I'm going to go Republican. If I'm kind of like the old hillbilly white boy, I'm still going to go Republican. If I'm like the black low class, I'm still going to go Democrat. I don't really know who fits into the independent. Okay. But to me, it's one of them things that I think we need to leave behind and really look at who's actually doing something for you. Like make that a factor, make that a thing. Don't just feel like you got to be tied to something just because of where you're from. That's just how I feel about it. What you think?
I think, man, that's a rough one, bro. Because it's like, if you're a Democrat, if you're black, if you're from the minority room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're black, or a minority, right, in America, and it's like, you have, let's say, it's tough. Like you got Joe Biden, right?
Yeah.
And you got Donald Trump. It's kind of like, man, what are you supposed to do, bro? You're supposed to not vote at all. It's kind of like now, let's say, for example, in a case-by-case scenario, let's just take somebody that was very popular. Let's say Obama was a Republican. Okay. And Joe Biden was a Democrat. I believe that would give us a better option, right? So to leave behind, I understand what you're saying. If our system not been designed for a very long time to be this way. Yeah. So it's like, if you gave me somebody a little bit more creditable on a Republican side, I think it wouldn't be as negative for people to vote Republican who are black, right?
Well, I believe that and good point. The mental thought is vote for someone that actually represents you so that we don't get to the point where that's our selection, a Trump and a Biden, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like we can affect it.
That's one of the ones I think if we have better candidates, who are more qualified, focused on the community, the people, then I think we'll have that risk. Until then, it's one of them things, bro. I think we still voting Democrat no matter what, hoping that the Democrat do better than the Republican.
They never do.
Let's go on, baby. Number 3.
All right, let's go on. All right, so this one stings, and I know it stings for a lot of people. Is inflation. Inflation this year, I believe, just hit on a different level. I mean, it hit people in their pockets on just an astronomical level. You're talking about buying homes, getting cars, interest rates through the roof, grocery stores. I think the biggest one for me personally is the grocery store, right? Like before you can go to the store, you spend like $80-$90, right? You get a good amount of food in your house. You don't get a full fridge, but you get a good amount. Now you crank it up to $150 and you still ain't making a dent in your fridge. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about, spending that much. Not a lot of people got $150 to spend on groceries. and they got kids, they got mouths to feed, and you got inflation that's just going through the roof. And it seemed like everyone's benefiting from it. Everyone's chipping in and being like, "Hey, look, I was charging 20 for this last week. I'm gonna charge 40
You said
for it."
businesses, people are
Businesses,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna give you that, bro. I was just watching on the news, man. Homelessness is up like 25% in the nation. Bro, you talking about New York,
that's huge.
California. I'm talking about because this is the part they were saying. A lot had to do with the increase in rents,
Right.
increase
Yep.
in mortgages.
Yep.
People can't afford it.
They can't afford
and
it.
not everybody has a family member they can go live with.
True.
Bro, and it was due to the fact, here we go. Let's say, for example, their rent was $1,600 in Florida,
Right.
or like New York, or let's say New York, right? Rent is $3,800, which is not hard to believe.
Yeah.
And it's for like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment.
For something small, yeah.
And now you increase it to $4,800, whole another $1,000.
Right.
People can't afford this. Bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, to your point, is something, right? Like I remember the aunties and them used to do the coupons.
Uh-huh.
I think what we need to take on is being a little bit more mindful
Okay.
on supporting like grocery. You need food, but I
True.
think what we should do is going in 2024.
Yeah.
Taking that just frivolous spending. Let me go buy this. Oh, I want this. I want to know. Let me count my pennies.
Yeah.
I think going into a real mindset is like, man, how can I, instead of spending $250, how
Right.
can I get the same amount
Same amount.
for like $185?
True,
Because it is
true.
possible, man.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about talking to somebody about a coupon spending. Man, I never was on that, but bro,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
man,
about,
you gotta
bro,
be
you count
there.
your pennies. Like, you go to CVS and you get like this long sleeve of $1 off, $5 off,
yeah,
$3.
yeah.
I'm
Chuck
never
that
keeping
dirt.
you chuck that. Like, bro, they trying to help you save. They're like, bro, but you know what we do? We chunk that receipt.
Chuck that
So
receipt.
let's do this, y'all. 2024. Let's put that receipt in that pocket. Let's
Yeah.
count our change,
Absolutely.
baby. You know what I'm saying?
And so we're gonna kind of circle back on
Real
that
quick,
too.
businesses,
Yeah.
man, check it out. Listen, man, if you need a roof, if you need a deck, if you need a patio, if you need a screen room, man, reach out to me.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I know some.
We're gonna link them.
Yeah, we gonna link them, man. Listen, some of the best deals out there right now with roofs, with with decks, with patio screen rooms.
Absolutely.
Listen, man, if you're looking for something, you're trying to get the best penny for your dollar, whatever how it goes, get the best for your buck.
Yeah.
Reach out to us, man.
Absolutely.
Say I need a deck, patio,
For sure.
a new roof, or I need roof repair, or any project you need.
Yeah.
Reach out, man. All right, check us out,
Got
man.
you
Love
covered.
y'all, man. What's the next one?
All right, so the next one that we're gonna let go of in 2023 is toxic relationships.
Okay.
Now this one's challenging because toxic relationships is almost like it's like a dopamine hit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's like that it's bad for you, but you stay with it because it's almost like you're attracted to the negativity, you're attracted to the chaos, you're attracted to the back and forth. And so although you know that breaking away from it will give you better health,
Yeah.
better mental health, better
Yeah.
lack of stress, better sleep and all that,
Okay.
you stay in it.
But how do you describe? When you say toxic relationship? So people even can be, because people always have a title. That's toxic. That's toxic.
Yeah.
They don't even see toxicity in themselves, right?
True,
So
true.
how would you even like see something, or how would you describe something as being toxic? Like, what is something that's toxic in a relationship?
To me, toxic, and this is very plain Jane, is anything that's not benefiting you, but causing you added stress, added discomfort in life, like in your actual life, right? I'm talking about like your day to day. Like you get up, and the effects of that relationship cause you to be in a more negative state. I would say that that's toxic.
Okay. Now,
right?
I'm going to add this because I've had conversations with people about this. Is let's be clear. No relationship has no form of toxicness in it. When they say
it's no perfect. Yeah, it's
not
no
no
perfect.
form of toxic, meaning are not perfect, right? Like
Yep.
you're gonna have arguments at times. You're
Yep.
gonna have disputes. You're gonna have misunderstandings. You're gonna have questionable perspectives about
yeah.
things. I think what you're talking about, Ola, is more of when you feel defeated. You like there's nothing this partner does to
Exactly.
help you become a better
Yes,
person.
yes.
Like all they do, like you know what I mean. Like what? How are they pushing you to be a better person?
Right. Or they do things that actually bring you down, right? If they're
Yeah.
actually doing things. And honestly, I believe it's intentional or unintentional because sometimes, the words would be like, hey, I don't intend to do this.
Yeah.
But then the action continues, right?
Yeah.
And in that case, if you two are not willing to go to some level of mediation to try and rectify these issues, and it just continues, at that point it does become toxic. Because it starts to bring you down.
Yeah.
It may not even bring the other person down because they're just that's in their element, right? To do so.
And in this day and age too, you gotta be careful too, because I'm gonna say this like with lines of communication. You gotta communicate. But I think sometimes we live in an era now where women kind of like they try to come off as being victims to try to see if their man, loves them enough to come to their defense, right? And they play on his emotions. And I think sometimes, man, we lack sometimes we're not equipped sometimes with the understanding of how to communicate,
How to
right?
communicate, right.
I think if you have to force someone to love you, if you have to make them love you, if you have to hold them to stay, man, let them go. Let them go. And now, if you come to them, I believe, which is healthy, if you learn how to communicate, right, and both of you are willing to communicate,
right,
I believe that's not something that's toxic. Let's say y'all have moments of misunderstandings where you're growing, right? Let me know if you agree. But you disagree, right? But you talk about it, say, okay, babe, let's work on this. I think there's room for growth, right? To me like that, right? But if one is unwilling to communicate.
So to your point on the communication now, and I believe wholeheartedly that when it comes to communication, the whole objective is to make your partner or the person that's the recipient understand where you're coming from. And a lot of people miss that point when it comes to communication because they think it's about getting stuff off of their chest only, expressing stuff just for themselves. Hey, I want to get this off of my chest. That becomes challenging when you're trying to communicate with someone because they may not be receptive to you just letting stuff off or letting steam off when they're trying to communicate.
I agree with you. I agree with you on
and if you're trying to, let's say, get past a certain thing, you have to be a listening ear. And you have to be patient to actually absorb what this person is saying. Because otherwise, y'all are just you're just going at each other.
I totally agree, man. 2024, man, keep pushing through. If you got somebody that you can grow with, beautiful, grow with them.
True.
But if you got somebody who just makes you feel unliked, unspecial, undesirable, doesn't make you feel, fellas, if you putting on some weight and your woman ain't, she not, showing you love, man, it's time to go. Women, if your man isn't like making sure you good or encouraging you or, speaking life into you.
Give you a level of protection.
Level of protection, support. It's time to go, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, next one. What we got, baby?
Absolutely. All right, so we got passive-aggressive relationships that are unproductive.
I brought that one up with Ola. Think about it, right? How many relationships you got in your life. You entertain each other for so long. You just entertain it. There's no encouragement. It's like, what are we doing here?
But then you stay in it.
You don't and we're not just talking about male and female. I'm just talking about it could be family members.
True.
It could be friends. It could be, guys that you've known, fellas, females that you have and you talk to them. And it's always negative. All they talk about is pointless stuff.
And it's just
like,
aimless.
It's just aimless.
It's not doing anything to like uplift you. You guys aren't actually doing really anything productive. It's just killing time. And now, and you're killing time, right? I think too, what could be healthy is let's say you have a person. I don't mean let's say for example, you got a friend where no matter what, y'all might be on different financial levels, different materialistic levels, whatever, right? But you can call them and they give you good advice. True.
We're not talking about financial growth. I'm not talking about like it got to be about financial growth and elevation. That's not always the case. Do they make you a better person when you get off the phone? Do they give you some good advice? Do they listen when you need some? And then they come back and say, "Listen, well, you need to stop complaining." Like that. That's not a passive aggressive relationship.
Right.
That's somebody that you need because other people won't do it.
And sometimes you have those relationships in which someone is really just sucking the life out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like they may be hit me off real quick.
I got you, brother.
They may be just using you for dumping off all of their pains and stuff. But then when you want to express to them, hey man, hey look, I'll get back to you. I've seen that before.
Man, I've been there. I've been there. Brother called me, share all his life story. I share something. All right, bro, I gotta take this call. Like, damn, bro, I just want to tell you, man, my day going all right.
Man, those are the ones that, sometimes you look back and it's like a year, 2 years, 3-4 years pass, and you're like, why am I just letting someone suck the life out of me, right? And then if I want to pour my life into this person, it's just like...
Hey, but true to your point is like, And you like that could be you.
That
like
could
you
be
could
you.
be that
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
You are you adding any
Self-reflection.
value?
Yeah.
Are you giving any? Are
Right.
you building?
Yeah.
Are you are you a person they can depend to be a straight to shoot them straight? You know,
Yeah.
or you just leeching up off them? You know,
I'm be honest. I've been guilty of being that person. Like I've had people in my life that have really like reached out and always like checking in. Hey, how you doing? Everything good? Like what's up with this? What's up with that? To the point where I'm like, damn, this person really look out. And then I don't ask them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll come to me and say something and I'm just kind of just blasé. And it feels like it's unintentional, and it probably is. But at the same time, is that right? You know what I'm saying? Is that right to this person?
I've questioned mine.
Yeah.
Like, am I being a good friend?
Right.
I think, and that's one of them things, bro. It's like, as you're going to 2024, you have to ask yourself this. Are you forcing yourself, like, does that make you a good friend because you do reach out? Some people have that gift.
Yeah.
They have that skill set.
Absolutely.
Like, their mark on earth is to be that phenomenal person.
Yep.
I think sometimes we can definitely improve because I know I can, right? But I think sometimes what makes you a good friend to that person is you're always being yourself with them.
True.
It's like,
Yeah.
like, you give them, maybe they needed that conversation. You take the time. I don't think maybe it's always about, do you check on them? I think maybe if they took the time to talk to you, do you take the time to really stop
listen.
what you're doing and have a beautiful conversation because there was something about that moment that called.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of just understanding your position and your relationships with people.
Absolutely.
Because it's not all of us, we just don't have it in this, and that's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's true.
But for those that do, but also, those that do, man, I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
What we got next?
All right, so next we got, and this is very, very important, and it's very controversial as well. Poor eating habits, and I say very controversial because we're in the times where everything is everything, and what that means is you can be slim and unhealthy, and it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can be what is acceptable, be unhealthy, and it's okay. You can be obese, and it's okay.
Yeah.
There's really like no real parameters that we're really going by now as far as what is healthy and what is something that we can actually say is the bar that we can try to obtain and stay there versus just being all over the place. I feel like right now things are just all over the place.
Yeah, okay.
There's really just no embrace of good eating habits, and plus we don't even know what it is. You got vegan, you got
you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say something about
you
that.
got vegan, you got a keto diet, you maybe even got the Atkins journey. Atkins might still be around, who knows? Everything's just all over the place and you don't know what to actually do. But I don't know. I'm gonna let you rock.
I was gonna say, bro. I think this is what I would say on that is what we feel like we put ourselves in categories now.
Yeah.
So it's not just about eating healthier.
Yeah.
It's about because you could be a vegan and eat unhealthy.
True.
Eating a bunch of starches does not make you eat healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because you can get E. coli's, you can get all kinds of things that are just as hazardous and just as deadly. You feel me, bro? It's like, bro, I'm not a vegan. I'm not, or vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
Certain things. It's like I was telling somebody, they were like, I'm gonna be a vegetarian. I was like, why do you got to categorize yourself?
Right.
Like you don't have to act black.
That's a good point.
If let's say I'm black, right? Which I am black, right?
Yeah.
I'm black. Like, why do I need to have a title, bro? As a parent, no matter how proper, how slang or whatever, I'm still a black man, right?
Yeah.
Right. When you look at your eating habits, why do I need you to look at me as a vegan? Because as soon as I start eating meat, you're going to judge me. You put yourself down. Why can't we just eat healthier portions, better portions?
True.
If I want to throw some bacon on the side of some eggs with no bread, with no butter, maybe a little bit of salt, maybe this and that, brother, and then I'm going to go exercise. I think the key thing is adding exercise, adding sleep. Yeah. It is a trifecta of things.
Exactly. Great point.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what makes your eating lifestyle. I've seen people who are vegans and they've never lost any weight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'd be like, what are you doing? You know why? You're not implementing the other things that are important factors.
It's just that one aspect.
Yeah.
And to your point, that category will do that to you. If you're
I'm
vegan, I don't have to do anything else but be vegan eating wise.
Yeah.
I don't have to really exercise as much because the vegan joint will take care of it.
Bro,
the vegetarian will take care of it.
Straight up. What kills me is when they say it tastes like chicken. Nah, bro. I don't want something that tastes like chicken if I'm gonna be a vegan. You know what I'm saying? But if I want to eat today just some vegetables and some beans, bro, you know what? Today I'm just gonna eat vegetables and beans. You know what I'm saying? When you're a vegan, bro, no. Why did I gotta be vegan? Because I don't eat no chicken today.
Right.
You know, I think we stay
That's a great point.
Stay like that. I think that's if we take that mindset on into 2024. I think that's important. Let's throw the titles away, y'all.
Yeah.
Leave that in 2023. Just let's eat healthier. Let's exercise. Let's just, hey man, drink more water, man.
Yeah.
This is the key to a lot of stuff.
Oh man,
water intake.
Dude,
big
I'll be
dog.
honest. There's not many people in my life that can down water normally.
Yeah.
And I say that like it's like beer or something or alcohol, but people, what I realize, really struggle with consuming water.
Oh man, I love it.
I love it. I'm just like, I could just drink it all day. But people really do. It's like they'd rather have a Coke, rather have like, like some carbonated drink or something. I can't do water. I don't get it.
Bro,
I can't get it.
There's nothing like a cold bottle of water, bro. Like I don't like warm water, even though they say you can, it quenches your thirst better.
Right.
But there's nothing like cold water to me, bro.
It.
Like
Absolutely.
man, you just eating a good meal. Juice and all that stuff tastes good,
Yeah,
but bro, water intake so much better,
man,
bro.
so much better, man.
Actually, what we got? You got anything else on there?
All right, so the next one we got is debt. So this one is of course, a long-term thing that, we always want to get rid of, but really incorporating what you mentioned earlier about, purchasing frivolous things, things that you don't really need, feeding too much into your wants and desires, which is going to inevitably get you into that debt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really just working smart in a way, intelligently, so that you can reduce that debt. Because you don't want to just carry debt for the rest of your life. You don't even want to carry I hate debt.
Yeah.
I don't like any debt. Like some people are like, oh, well, if you got a good interest rate or something. Look, kill all that.
Bro.
I don't want no debt. I don't want to owe nobody nothing.
Bro, man, I'm like, man, 2022, 2023, bro. That is a silent killer, big dog.
Oh, what?
This year, we'll kind of go into it. I know that was the last one on the list, right?
We had we had living outside your means, but it kind of falls into
to the debt and
as
stuff,
well.
yeah. Well, let me hit this, and let's bring it into something different. Not same thing, but a little bit more, right? Is you think about it, right? What I look at it with debt, right? What the funny thing is, right? Instead of us paying a little bit more, right? We'll hold on like we gotta keep that just in case, right? We're afraid to sacrifice, going out and doing things for a year, because we feel like we're gonna miss something.
Right.
But man, if you just make those sacrifices going into things, like let's say for example, you got an extra $200, right? And that $200 is when you go to happy hour.
Right,
that's your for the 2 weeks or week or whatever for happy hour.
Yeah.
Nah, how about we don't go to happy hour for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Take that $200 and then we pay off something. It's not hard.
It's not hard, but it's hard mentally.
You know why it's hard? Because we bro, you know what I think what's hard is because we feel like we got to do what everyone else is doing.
True.
And it was like, oh man, my girl doing this, my guy doing this.
Yep.
Boom, boom. You know what? What's even? You know why it's not hard? Because when you get out of debt and you get now $1,000 extra a month that you got aside, bro, you can do so much more.
That's true.
So it's hard if you make it hard. It's like anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, debt is definitely a killer, and you got companies that prey on people for debt. You know what I'm saying? Like credit card, man.
Slave masters got us, bro.
Man, it's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I realized on one of my credit cards, right? And for me, I'm always like one of those punctual. Like I pay on time. But what I realized was I didn't know that my interest rate was as high as it was, right? It was 22.3%. Right? So basically what that means is if you miss payment, right?
You paying 23% of that total amount.
At that total amount.
Man, we need to have a financial class one day. Because
I'm with it.
Because I'm going to tell you something. Nobody should be paying credit cards off.
Yeah.
See, the thing is what people don't realize, you know what I'm saying? There's tricks of the trade. Like, things that I've learned.
Yeah.
You should not be paying credit cards off.
Yeah.
You go shopping, you should not be paying your credit card off. What you should be doing is calling that credit card, and that credit card is stolen. You lost that credit card. Man, people do it all the time. People don't pay credit cards.
Really?
Man, research. Look on YouTube, brother. Y'all better check this.
Oh.
Man, credit cards.
Yeah,
think
you
about
gotta
it.
get me hip to that.
Credit card companies, bro. Listen, they'll do an investigation. They'll do investigative, bro. You know what they'll do? They'll literally just reimburse that credit limit. Like, say you have a $5,000 credit card.
Yeah.
You spend $3,500. You report that thing stolen the next day. Think I'm lying? Listen, think I'm lying? Guess what'll happen? You went from owing $3,500 to a $5,000 credit limit, and you spent $3,500.
Oh,
man, let me tell you something. I watched this dude, this Asian guy. I forgot his name. It was all this white guy. He said, "I can't believe people pay credit cards off."
Really?
He's like, "I never paid a credit card bill my entire life."
What?
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He still got credit cards. Man, the thing is this, brother. Like, people say, "Oh, that's illegal. That's this and that."
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just telling you what I see. Now, if I tried it, I'm not saying I did or didn't. I'm just simply saying
It's out there. Yeah.
It's out there, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all, learn the game.
Yeah.
People, you owe $50,000 in credit cards because of whatever the case is.
Right.
You're paying the minimum. And this, man, y'all go research,
you
man. Y'all better see what these. You better see what the wealthy people are doing,
True.
and what's going on, and why they're getting ahead in life. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all, man.
Sure.
But listen, let's close with something, big dog. Let's close with something.
What you got?
Listen, two-part question for you.
Okay.
What's one thing that you yourself are leaving in 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this ain't a New Year's resolution. Just some that you have decided that you no longer want to carry or take with you into the new year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's one thing in 2024 that you want to see happen for yourself? Whatever it may be that you feel like, it's time now.
Great questions.
Okay.
So for the first one, what I want to leave behind in 2023 personally is not reacting without thinking, right? Not really playing into temptations to get an emotional reaction and thinking more intelligently about what I'm going to say, what I'm going to actually do, so that when I reflect on that moment, I can say, or I can feel good about how I acted, right? I don't want to look back and say, damn, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have said this, to something that I could have easily done something different of. So really it's just being cognizant of what my actions are, what my reactions are, and just being more aware of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not feeding into the temptation to be emotional about something
Okay.
like that. You know?
Okay.
So for the second part, what I want to see in 2024, a difference in me is really just conquering any type of fears, really just going after any ambitions that I actually have that I set out, even for us as well. Just conquering it, having a really get at it mentality and just conquering it. That's all.
Yeah. So I think for me, something that I want to lead by in 2023, is something I acknowledge this. Making wiser decisions with my choices every day.
Okay.
Maximizing my day. Not doing something sporadically, you know what I'm saying, just because not weighing the consequences.
Okay.
Looking at things like, it's like, should I do this? Nah, we shouldn't do it. Should I buy this?
Right.
Nah, I shouldn't buy this. Should I go over here? No, I shouldn't do that.
Okay.
And just build it. And, that's one thing that I really want to leave behind, the things that are hindering me from getting to the next level in life, just because I'm willing to minimize it.
Yeah.
As though it's supposed to be minimized.
True.
That's one thing, right?
Okay.
For me, does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
For me in 2024 is, I really want to be something that I realize as a lot of us men, right, is, it's kind of like being at peace with who you are, right? Meaning this, I don't need to be aggressive with people in my life. Like, if I have someone I love, or if you love somebody, and we've talked about this.
Right.
If you love somebody, I don't need to make you understand that I'm the man in this relationship.
True.
Or if you have children with a woman and, she treats you like crap, feeling like you need to, be aggressive with her. Be like, ugh,
right.
bitch,
Right.
like this,
Right.
nah. All right, cool. Because the reality is this, men like you, men recognize men. You
True.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What people who struggle with understanding themselves do is they will try to assume that you are like the other people in their life that fall weak to the things that they do.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And so what I find is what insecure people do is they try to find weaknesses in you.
Yes.
Because they found weakness in other people.
Yes.
And they feel stronger because they've made you look weaker.
Absolutely.
And one of my things is understanding that, that those type of people are always around.
Always.
No matter what.
Always.
And I've done pretty well with not falling victim to those things. But I want to excel even further.
Right.
I don't want to be emotionally tied to anything when it comes to work.
Yeah.
When I say emotionally tied, I don't want to give emotional responses, right?
Yep.
To things that have no need to be
Have no
emotionally
need.
responded.
Yeah.
Whoever it may be, or whatever it may be. I want to look at that and say to myself, all right, let's solve it. Okay, boom. I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
remove.
real level-headed,
Yeah,
yeah.
be level-headed with it. And people might say, yeah, it's easier said than done. There's people who do it. I've done it quite a few times in my life.
Yeah.
I've suffered at other times.
Yeah.
But I think it falls back to understanding who you are.
Right. And to your point, when you do have that level-headed response, you feel good about it. You look back and be like,
Feel stronger.
You feel stronger. You're like, I was able to do that in the midst of chaos, right? I was able to keep a level head and attack it with precision and keep it moving. Not be like stoic, but be an actual human, but still be level headed with it.
Totally agree with you, brother.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, man. We about to venture in 2024, man. I encourage y'all to write down the things in your year this year that you have looked and seen in yourself, not no one else around you, because you cannot change other people. You can only work on changing yourself.
Yep.
And by you changing yourself, other people around you will begin to change how they how they embrace you.
Yep.
Most of the people that love you will. For those that don't, it's time to move on, man. We about to venture in 2024, man. I wish y'all a beautiful holiday season.
Absolutely.
We love y'all.
Absolutely. Yes,
Merry
indeed.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays to
Happy
y'all,
New
man.
Year. Keep it moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And man, if you could bless somebody, holiday season everybody has, man.
True.
If you can see somebody you could bless, do it from your heart. Don't talk about it. Hey, man, just be great, y'all. Love y'all, man.
Yes, indeed.
Ola.
Yeah.
Water, baby.
Yes,
Let's go.
indeed.